August 2026. We're going to have a nice day today. About 20% chance of an afternoon shower, 94 the high, so it's going to be on the warm side. Kind of the same for tomorrow, 95. 20% chance of rain Thursday, and then it goes up to 40% chance on Friday. So there's our next decent chance of rain beyond what we got yesterday, because there wasn't much rain chance in the forecast. And then late in the afternoon, you're like, North Alabama got soaked rain.
I didn't get it until later that night. Between 11 and 1 it showed up. And not as much as I would have liked, but hey, I got some, so I can't really complain.
Don't complain, because everybody south of Birmingham didn't get, they got little or nothing.
You got bupkis. You got nada. Goose egg. Donut, baby.
And you're going to have to like it, because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Flipsy's Furniture, 1811 Crestwood Boulevard in Irondale, and Highway 31 in Hoover, across from the Galleria. 2 locations to better serve you. The one in Irondale is loaded down with all kinds of 28,000 square feet of furniture, more in the basement for the love. You're looking for area rugs? They got them. You're looking for Southern Motion recliners? They have got them. You're looking for entire living room sets, dining room sets, sectionals. Maybe you need something for the bedroom. Yeah, they got upstairs and downstairs. You need to take a look at the entire collection. You can find it online at flipsysfurniture.com. You'll also find out about the 12-month same as cash and white glove delivery that you can pay a little extra for. It's worth every penny. Get it. Trust me on this. Get it. And then, of course, the Hoover store, a little more Hoover-centric, designed for Hoover people, Hoover neighborhoods, Hoover homes. And they're going to carry the stuff that Hooverites, the Who's down in Hoover, you know what I'm talking about? That's what they're going to be carrying. So you should definitely swing by if you live in the Hoover area. Obviously, that's right next to 2nd and Charles. The Irondale store, 1811 Crestwood Boulevard. It is designer furniture. It is wholesale prices. It is tough to beat. Flipsy's Furniture, flipsysfurniture.com on the World Wide Web.
It's Steve's turn.
People are going to have to quit dying. As we talked about yesterday, actress Hayden Panettiere passed away on Sunday, born in Palisades, New York, August 21st, 1989. The name Hayden Leslie Panettiere. She was the oldest child of 2 kids of a former soap opera actress and a New York Fire Department member. Didn't take long for her and her younger brother actually to get into acting as their mother had. Hayden started appearing in commercials at 11 months old. As soon as she turned 5 or so, she began appearing in the soap opera One Life to Live. She played a character by the name of Sarah Roberts, left that show in 1997, shifted over to Guiding Light from 1997 through 2000 as Lizzie Spaulding. But it was also about that time that her parents removed both her and her brother from public school and started homeschooling both of them. She started making her feature film debut at the age of 9. She voiced Dot in the animated film A Bug's Life, also appeared in films like The Object of My Affection and Message in a Bottle before she got her first big movie role. Probably most people remember her as the daughter of the high school football coach in Remember the Titans. She continued to get pretty constant work. For example, appeared as the title character's daughter in Ally McBeal for a short time, recurring guest role in Malcolm in the Middle, and more before being cast in 2006 as cheerleader Claire Bennett in the show Hero, young girl with amazing healing powers. The show brought about a well-worn catchphrase of Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. That show ran for 4 seasons, although by the time it got to the 4th season, was it really worth watching? That's another story altogether. Meanwhile, she continued to find other parts, both on-screen and in voice work. Notably, she appeared in Scream 4 right about the time Heroes ran its course, shifted over to an evening soap opera-type show for Nashville, co-starring alongside Connie Britton as country singers trying to make it in the music industry. She actually did record a number of songs for the show, some released as singles, also did some concerts performing those songs as part of a tour promoting the show and the soundtracks, 2 of them. That show lasted 6 seasons, shifting from ABC to CMT before it came to an end. While acting jobs continued, none were as big as what she had done, voicing, modeling for the character of Sam in the game Until Dawn. In 2022, got a screen credit for a picture that was used in the 5th installment of the Scream franchise. She did actually return on screen for Scream 6, but not the 7th film. In her personal life, she dated her Hero star co-star Milo Ventimiglia, despite him being 12 years older than she was, but that only lasted a little over a year. And then she met heavyweight boxing champion Vladimir Klitschko at a party. The pair were soon dating, and over the next few years, it was an on-off situation until about 2013. They became engaged. December of 2014, she gave birth to the couple's daughter. 2018, they split again, mostly due to her problems with postpartum depression and addiction to various substances. She gave full custody of their child to him, but she visited often, had a good relationship with both. She wrote and published a memoir earlier this year entitled This Is Me, A Reckoning, where she was detailing her troubles with substances, including alcohol and other situations in her life. In all, Panettiere appeared in 32 movies, 28 TV shows, along with voicing and or modeling 10 different video games, appeared in 2 music videos, as I mentioned, did a number of country singles that were actually released to radio. 4 of those made the top 40. She ended up not that long ago relocating to South Carolina. It was there at her home that she was found dead on Sunday evening. A statement from the police didn't reveal the cause of death at the time, but they initially said that preliminary findings showed no signs of foul play. They did later on state that when paramedics arrived, they were treating her for cardiac arrest. Hayden Panettiere, 36 years old.
Yeah, and I think also, too, just to add on to that, the word overdose was used in that 911 call.
Yeah.
Some of you may have heard that already. They're not saying what it is, but I think based on, the first responders there on scene trying to do CPR on her when he used the word overdose. We'll wait and see, but that's really what it looks like. And it's so sad, so tragic at that young of an age and so accomplished, too, that she's no longer here.
And her
Just
brother
amazing.
died a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
didn't
3
he?
years ago.
He preceded her.
Man, oh man.
Rough.
That is, yeah. None of us ever really know about the struggle that other people are carrying
It's
on.
true. It's very true.
We were talking about Facebook and how everybody posts the good stuff, Facebook or X or whatever. If you're posting stuff about your life, it's almost always the positive, upbeat, look at this wonderful thing that's happening to me, look at this great vacation I'm on or whatever. But underneath all of that, there's a matter of depth, and Lord only knows what kind of struggles. You hear about postpartum depression. Okay, that was her daughter's 12 now, isn't she? Something
11.
11. Okay, so it's not postpartum depression, but certainly she could have been struggling with those kinds of things, a depression of one kind or another, especially since, as Steve pointed out, Nashville was the last really big thing she did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she had been trying to find something else or something new that was a challenge for her that she could get into, or maybe she was going the exact opposite direction and saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I've collected enough dollars. I'll just, pack those away in the bank account and get on with the rest of my life. But once you open the door to addiction, which she was pretty clear about, I guess, in her book, she talked about how she had addiction problems. That is something that there's a reason why you're always going to be called a recovering alcoholic. You're never a cured alcoholic. You're never he used to be an alcoholic. It's always a recovering alcoholic. If you struggle with addiction, you struggle with addiction all the time. And you may finally get to a point where it just sort of, it's just background noise and it's no longer in the forefront of your life. But take it from somebody who has a Cadillac up his left nostril and a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house up his right nostril. I snorted a lot of cocaine, and it's not something I'm ever interested in doing again, but the addiction to feeling something other than normal is something that does stick with you pretty much forever.
And you think, too, if she was going through early, and maybe, early on when her daughter was first born, postpartum depression and things like that, and she was taking something,
Sure.
and that may have been part of the start of whatever it is, and
Easily.
she just never got through it, never said, I've got to wean myself off of this.
Yeah.
Whatever the medicine may have been, or the
Opioids
controlled
or whatever
substance,
the case may be.
and then it may have led to alcohol, and then you've got 2 or 3 things going on that need to be addressed that aren't being addressed.
Well,
So
we, like you say, we'll probably get the whole picture at some point. If there's one thing that news loves, I don't know if you call it news or if it's just TMZ or whatever, the drive-by media, we just adore putting stuff like this in the spotlight, and I hate it. My least favorite thing in the world is, the 911 call's been released from such and so. I don't need to hear the 911 call, okay? I usually just eschew that stuff as much as I can.
I think when they did this for her, everybody's speculating what it is. That's always, hate to say it, that's just human nature. The number one thing is everybody wants to know, how did she die? Because she's too young.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody wants to know, and no one will say it in the media So the way that they can get whatever it is that they want to be said is they'll say, "Well, we released the 911. Now you make the call."
Go ahead,
And these
take us-
words were spoken, but again, we still do not have complete confirmation from the
No.
from.
But, we're so voyeuristic. We're going to get it eventually, It's
Yeah.
almost inevitable. 9:16 with Dixon and Vining. Stick around. Do you think two guys could make a video like this wearing Choose Life shirts in this day and age, or would they be canceled? Just curious. 922 Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. If you'd like to reach out to us, 545-9950 is how you do it. Or you get the app and you can text us there if you are so inclined.
Is that it?
That's it. I'm done.
Really?
I got nothing else to say.
What about on YouTube? They could watch us on YouTube.
You can
too.
watch us on YouTube. Yes, I was going to save that for another time, but you
Another
want to
time?
talk about it now? We'll talk about YouTube
Okay.
now.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also just
Right there, real-
open the window and we'll scream. However you want to do it.
One day it might come to that, Richard.
That's what it takes.
We're getting close.
That's right. Little at a time here.
Just saying. Hey, listen, if your truck right now, your SUV or the car you're riding around, it is kind of on its last leg, at least for you. I mean, the car's running and you're okay with it, but you're like, you know what, I'd really like to get into something different. If you're in that car, maybe it's a truck. Maybe if you're in that truck, you want a sports car, whatever it may be, sell that vehicle you currently have through Birmingham Broker. Why? Because these guys have been with us for over a decade. It's so true. Craig and Keith and Birmingham Broker have done a wonderful job for all of our Talk 99.5 listeners that have gone to them that need to sell their used car, but maybe don't have the time and don't want to have the hassle to do with it. I mean, they probably could sell it themselves. They're like, man, my day is full. I don't have time to sell this car. Right. Just take your car to them real quick. You can do that maybe in your lunch hour in the next couple of hours. Pull up in the bay, let them take a look at the vehicle, let them run the numbers, and they'll tell you what they can sell the car for. I just couldn't believe how quickly Craig sold my car. It was fascinating. It's not because he and I are friends. He does this for everybody that comes to Birmingham Broker. So if you've got a vehicle, maybe it's a classic car sitting in the garage, you don't want it taking up the space anymore, he gets it, let him sell it for you. He'll do it as quickly as he possibly can and handle everything that goes with selling a used vehicle. Check him out today. 2224 4th Avenue South is where he is located. Online, you can find him at behambroker.com. Again, online, behambroker.com.
Brian May, famous guitarist and astrophysicist, is warning against artificial intelligence in music. And I can't say that I blame him. He asked AI to recreate the cover of their album, Queen's album, The Game. Was it like 1980, I think, that album? Yeah, 1980. Asked it to recreate the cover of The Game, and it's unrecognizable. It's just there's kind of Freddie Mercury in front, and then it almost looks like Roger Taylor behind him. None of the other guys are recognizable in any way, shape, or form. There's 5 of them, for one thing. There's only four members of the group,
Right.
all wearing leather jackets. Really goofy. But I can say this. I've heard a couple of AI-generated songs. Friends of mine will occasionally text me a link or something and go, hey, listen to this. And it's soulless, man. I mean, it's so clearly not written by a human hand that it's hard to take seriously. I get it. Maybe someday it'll improve to the point where you won't be able to tell the difference between a song written by AI and a song written by a human being. We're not there yet.
I'd kind of like to not. I'd like to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Once again, we're back to the pros and cons of AI. We can use it for good use or something nefarious, but I don't know. How disappointing that you're listening to some song and you're like, oh, this is awesome, and it's all AI. It's not human created
in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Didn't write it.
Yeah.
There's no feeling behind the song. So many times our music is about something that's going on in somebody's life, and you kind of lose that. And then AI did it, and you're like, right, it's soulless.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
So really, it's a question like, is it AI or is it Nickelback? This is the question. I'm only
Could be.
kidding. I like Nickelback. I know. I'm one of the few. Mel Gibson has given a major Lethal Weapon 5 update. It appears it is a go. Yep. Riggs and Murtaugh are going to be back together again for one last go-round.
And he thought he was getting too old for it back then.
Yeah. It's been 30 years since the last one.
Yeah.
It's the 4th one. Richard Donner was the guy who was working up the 5th installment before his death in 21. Gibson later joined writer Richard Wenk to complete the screenplay. He's praised the finished script, said he believes it's stronger than some of the earlier films. He also said the story was built around Donner's version and vision and the question of how the original director would have handled the final chapter. We shall see. I'll be interested. I would like to see this. I'm not going to lie to you. Two old guys, always kind of funny.
But who doesn't love these actors? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, just to have them back together on the big screen would be good.
And it's also another one of those funny situations where Mel Gibson is a dyed-in-the-wool conservative and a Roman Catholic, and Danny Glover is a far-flung leftist and atheist.
Well, maybe Gibson can get a hold of him before the movie is over with.
But the funny thing is, they're still great friends.
They are good friends.
You know, that they don't just hang out together in the movie; they actually genuinely like each other. I think that's fantastic. Bill Maher stunned his liberal audience with his latest comments on immigration. I don't know whether he really stunned them or not, but he did say some things that should just kind of be engraved in stone. Talking about U.S. values, American culture, and fundamental principles like gay rights, women's equality, and free speech. Maher says, not white values, not liberal ones necessarily. He said these are,
American.
These are American values. And I think basically you could probably take any conservative off the street and you have a better than average chance of finding one who says, yes, gay rights are important, absolutely. Just because somebody happens to be homosexual doesn't mean that they should be treated any differently than anybody else. Women's right, obviously, no real question about that. I think, you can argue about the right to an abortion or not, but should women be treated sanely, fairly, equally, along with every other human being on the planet? Yes. Absolutely.
Free speech.
Yeah.
I mean,
free speech, freedom of religion. These are all things that we accept as God-given. And the minute you start talking to liberals about Islam and what's going on there, they say like, "Oh, but no, that's different. That's their culture." I don't care if it's their culture. They either need to get with this culture or get the hell out. Those are their options. Because these are American values.
No,
and
they
we're not
want to
gonna
come here and they
tolerate
want to
this.
change the values. And they're doing that through getting elected into some of these positions in some of these cities that are deep, 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 deep blue. And now we're talking about democratic socialists. That's exactly
Absolutely.
what they want to do. They want to erase everything that America is about. And it's about what America is about.
It's insane.
Right.
It is absolutely
But
insane.
if they get their way, they'll keep on. This is what they're pushing for. Push, 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 push before you know it.
Imagine having far-flung leftists who are actually going to tell you that, no, you have to be tolerant of these people who want to take away your rights and throw you off a building. What? How can you be LGBTQ and pro-Hamas at the same time? The two cannot coexist. It's just that simple. 9:30, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. 9:35. Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. Not far from the aforementioned Birmingham broker. In fact, Work Trucks is right there in kind of the hub of a little automotive industry area. And if you're in need of a top-quality pre-owned work truck, this is the place you want to go. You can always check them out online, worktruckswithanxllc.com. Their inventory is there. Sometimes they'll have sold one and not gotten it off the website. Other times they'll pick one up and not get it up on the website just yet. But for the most part, you're getting a good look at what they have there. And it's usually over 100 vehicles on the lot at any given time. All different shapes, sizes, kinds, makes, and models. You're going to find something you love at Work Trucks. Trade finance, get an extended warranty. Sometimes they're so new they still have warranty on them. I borrowed a truck from them once that had 6,000 miles on it. I added a couple of thousand just to, warm it up for you. Work Trucks with an XLLC.com. It is the Southeast #1 pre-owned work truck dealer for a reason. And they're downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. I find this hard to believe. I shouldn't probably, because I'm usually shocked and stunned by these things. Interbody recently analyzed a year's worth of search data from Google Trends to identify the favorite beer in every state.
Oh, this ought to be good.
How wrong did they get this list?
Well, the only one that we got info on is Alabama. Would you like to take a stab at what Alabama's favorite beer is?
Budweiser.
A reasonable guess. What about you, Steve?
I'm going to go Corona Light.
Michelob Ultra.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That doesn't feel right for
qualify as a
Alabama.
beer?
Fair question.
It's like water.
Yeah.
Oh,
A fair question.
That sounds like California's beer.
I think so
Michelob
too.
Ultra.
I think so, too.
That's not.
Look.
I don't know that that's us.
I got friends who swear by this stuff, though. They drink it all the time. I've had a couple, and I'm just like, not for me. This is not the kind of beer I'm interested in. I'm a Yuengling guy. Pretty much, if I'm drinking a beer, I'm probably going to be drinking a Yuengling.
Well, and Yuengling now offers so many different varieties. There's the Flight.
Yeah.
It's lower calorie, but the content, the alcohol content is like a regular beer. And then they've got these others. They've got the regular, the lager. I mean, it goes on and
They
on.
got a black and tan.
I'm like, Yuengling, you're turning into the Oreo aisle.
I like the lager. That's my thing. If I'm going to drink it, that's what I'm generally going to have. I bought some for the 4th of July. I think I had one last night, and I may have one or two left after that. I don't know. But anyway, again, when you say you're analyzing search data from Google Trends, how about you actually look at sales?
Let's
try that on for
It's not
size.
trend. It's like what's
What
really
a
selling.
novel idea.
Yeah.
That's how you gauge it.
Totally crazy to actually look at what is actually selling to decide what is
Because a Google
the
trend,
best
you could be
favorite
looking at like I'm having a wedding reception. What if I'm going to have 3 kinds of beer and 3 kinds of wine? What should I pick? And then they're saying Michelob Ultra because it's popular someplace else. I don't know.
You could be
Geez, I
doing
don't know
a
how you
Google
get
trend
that.
to say, hey, which beer sucks the most? Oh, Michelob Ultra. Okay.
Right. That's not a very good gauge of that's what we really drink in Alabama.
No. Chipotle giving away $1 million worth of food starting today. Chipotle lovers can put their knowledge of the Tex-Mex chain to the test for a chance to win free food. From the 18th to the 20th, the Burrito Monger is doling out over $1 million worth of edible goodies to rewards members in the U.S. and Canada who excel at the Chipotle IQ game.
Oh, we have to play a game, do we?
Yes.
How about let's just make sure the food is not tainted with something. That's the IQ truth
There you go.
need to be taking.
Uh,
Chipotle, you should just be giving this away. There should not be any game.
Little meal of fortune we're playing here. This pop quiz runs from 9 a.m. to 8:59 p.m. EST each day. Covers everything Chipotle from ingredients to cooking methods and more. Each day, the first 8,000 players to answer 5 out of 5 questions correctly will win an hourly prize. Okay.
This is who has time? Do these people have jobs that are playing this game? Come on now.
Hey, you sat and found cows on an app for a chip.
It didn't take me very long.
Well, maybe this doesn't
I did
take
it in the
long
break.
either.
I had
don't know.
time in the break.
This might not take long either. I don't know.
I did that for the show, Richard.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was for the show.
Sure it was.
And I never went and got my free fries.
You fool you.
I know.
You
It was-
won them fair and
I
square.
know. I just forgot.
You
I
should've
totally
grabbed 'em.
forgot.
Walmart recalls tomato soup kits sold in 29 states because of listeria.
Oh, joy.
What the hell is a tomato bisque soup kit?
I don't know what you got in there.
I
I
can't
didn't know
even
there was
know.
such a thing.
Why does it have to be a kit? Don't they just put it in a can? What is this all about?
Yeah.
And we'll make you put it in a can.
Tomato bisque soup. I don't think we're one of the affected states. Arkansas, California. No, we didn't make the cut. Never mind.
We
We're not
didn't
gonna
make
worry
the
about it.
cut. Well,
Did
good.
not make the cut for
This
bad.
is one of those cuts. It's good we didn't make.
We don't have a tomato bisque soup kit anywhere.
Y'all have a good time with that,
You
California.
know what, Alabama? We don't need your fancy soup bisque.
Fancy
Kit.
schmancy.
We don't need that
That's
here.
right.
Huh?
We've got Michelob Ultra.
We got
That's
Budweiser.
Yada, yada, yada
I'm
over
not
the rest
going
of it.
the Ultra. I'm not going with.
Mm-mm.
No, that's not.
Goldfish is finally bringing its most requested snack in history to the shelves.
In history?
In history. You're going to be upset by this. You're thinking it's going to be some cool
Okay.
flavor, something new or something. You know what I'd really like to see? Giant goldfish.
There you go.
Goldfish that
A
are
bigger
much
one.
bigger. Yeah, bigger than
That's
the
a good idea,
Let's make a
Richard.
huge goldfish.
Let's get a hold of them and tell them they need, for adults, we need
Okay.
we
In
need
comparison
big
to the
fish.
goldfish you got now, what do you consider huge?
Let's say the same size as if you had 4 or 5 of these goldfish laid out on the counter.
Okay.
Yeah.
See
Like the size of a cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could put something
One-
on it. You could put a little
Make it
charcuterie on there.
instead of making it a fat fish, make it a flat fish.
A flat fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if it's a little puffy. I don't
And
mind
then
that.
if you're going to put cheese on it, it's already a cheese cracker.
Already-
So what are we putting on there?
Peanut butter.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I would eat that.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Well, that's not what they're serving up, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. No, it's gluten-free goldfish.
That's the most requested thing that they've got?
That's the most requested thing that they get.
Uh-huh.
Does it taste any different than the regular goldfish?
How would I know?
I'm just wondering
never
if they've
tried
tried to make the same. Can you do the same thing and have the same flavor?
Well, they're coming in the fall. Baked crackers will be very similar to the original in terms of taste and quality, it says. Still featuring 100% real cheddar cheese and, of course, the signature goldfish smile. But there's one very important difference. Instead of the unbleached, enriched wheat flour used in the original recipe, the new crackers will use certified gluten-free flour blend.
Certified.
All right. Maybe we need to do a little taste test when it comes out.
5-ounce boxes are going for $4.99.
I bet we can't tell the difference.
I don't know. My palate
think
is
we
not very
can.
sophisticated, so I'm going to guess I can't. That would be my guess. Arby's is returning one of the meatiest menu items ever. When they first introduced steak nuggets last fall, people were kind of split. We got some good reviews and some bad reviews on our text line. Some people said a little chewy. Most people said not worth the price.
See, I listen to you guys. If it's chewy, nah, out.
Arby's is bringing back steak nuggets for a limited time beginning August 24th. This round comes with a new sauce, an entirely new way to turn them into a full-on meal.
Well, here's the thing. If the steak isn't any good on it, no sauce in the world is going to make this any better.
The steak
Let's
nuggets
go, Arby's.
stick with the same basic formula, once again flavored with garlic and pepper. Similar to last time, you can grab an order of 5 or 9 pieces. If you're starving, you can get 20, available exclusively through the digital order and app. What is changing is that you dip them in. Arby's introducing Horsey Ranch, a new sauce that brings its horseradish spiked horsey sauce together with ranch. Hickory barbecue accompanied the nuggets when they tried last year, so returning fans and first-timers have something new to sauce their steaks up with. Arby's is also putting nuggets to work in a brand new steak and potato bowl with crispy potatoes and melted cheese joining the mix. It almost sounds like you're working on a little poutine thing here. Steak and mac bowl is returning too, serving the nuggets over white cheddar mac and cheese with crispy onions to finish it off.
Sounds like they're covering up the flavor. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, you are just...
White cheddar with crispy onions.
Hmm.
I like crispy onions, though. Got to admit it.
So what are you complaining about?
No, nothing. The cover up will be fine. Just put them on there.
Everything. What is she complaining about? Everything. Listen,
Just trying to get
you're
a feel.
You're so
'Cause
grumpy.
here's where I'm at with it, Richard.
Yeah.
You just said it, that our listeners told us the steak was chewy.
Yeah.
Well,
Some
if
did,
you're
yeah.
going to bring this back, then let's make the steak really good, and then the rest of it doesn't matter. But if the steak's chewy, people aren't going to order this.
Some people found it chewy. I imagine it could have been, different every place you went. You could have one Arby's that did it great and one Arby's that was just terrible with it. I don't know. But there were some folks who wrote in and said, great, loved them, fantastic. You should go get them. I didn't. Daily Meal suggests that you order McDonald's Filet-O-Fish the French way.
With a white flag?
Yes.
It comes with a little white flag. Wouldn't that be funny, though?
First, you just be very rude to the counter person. Excuse me, I would like to order a Filet-O-Fish. Here's the French way. Are you ready? Brace yourself. This is
Sure.
huge. This is huge. No cheese, no tartar sauce.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, really. It's a Filet-O-Fish patty on a bun. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's their idea. And it really puts the fish taste forward. Yeah, no kidding. There's no cheese and
it's
there's
dry. It's probably dry.
yeah.
So the French
I bet
surrender
it's
on
chewy.
taste, too.
Yeah, I bet it's chewy, like those steak nuggets.
Might be. I don't know.
I may be on crack here.
I thought you gave that up.
He said earlier this morning he did.
To be honest, I never tried
Oh,
crack.
okay, good.
When Filet-O-Fish, I don't know when it first came out. I don't remember being around when it first came out, but I remember going to a McDonald's and a friend of mine was with me, and he ordered a Filet-O-Fish and he said, "And I want a piece of cheese on it." And they said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "You're putting cheese on fish?" He said, "It's delicious. You got to try it." That would say to me at the time that Filet-O-Fish was originally served without cheese. Yet
Just the tartar sauce.
every single story I've seen about the birth of the Filet-O-Fish involves it having half a piece of cheese on it. So I don't know if I'm just misremembering that or what the situation is.
See, and if this picture is correct, there's only a half a slice of cheese.
There's only
They missed it.
Yeah.
Half the bun doesn't even have a cheese on it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the problem.
that's Mickey D's for you right there. That's the caring employees who want $15 an hour.
We'll put your cheese wherever we like to.
That's right, and there's nothing you can do about it. And Twizzlers quietly brought back a fan favorite candy for a limited time. Yes, it's a Halloween thing.
It's orange.
It's
orange?
Twizzlers ghosts.
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 They're just little ghosts. That's all it is. They're,
They've done this before?
Oh, God.
apparently.
This is lame.
Yeah,
Don't
this is-
remember it.
You really haven't been paying attention to the Twizzler aisle.
That's
No,
true.
I
have
really
to-
don't.
I don't really go down the candy aisle much.
Focus a little more on the Twizzlers, my friend. Yeah, it's just little tiny ghosts. They look like they could be like erasers.
Yeah,
know?
they do look like erasers.
They're red. They're the red vine kind of Twizzler sort of thing. But anyway, we got a very interesting Dixon Divine question of the day today. I want to leave a lot of time to get some of these answers in because they are well worthwhile, so stick around. Boom, 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 ba, 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 ba. 9:54. Dixon Divining, Talk 995, talk995.com. Interesting text from Tom says, my wife came home last night and told me that she was at Aldi's on Morgan Road when a man walked up behind her and gave her some sage advice about the sourdough bread. And she mentioned he had a deep voice made for radio. And as she described him, I thought, that must be Richard Dixon. If that was you, thank you so much for giving my wife that advice and being a pleasant experience for her. If it wasn't you, she may have found your doppelganger. Of course, it could also be creepy when a man walks up behind a woman and starts talking in that deep voice about sourdough bread.
Yeah, that is a bit odd.
Love the show. I'd like to know the sage advice that this guy was giving her. I used to live down there, and I used to go to that Aldi back when it was a Winn-Dixie. Carrie says, good morning. Tell Phil Carter in the traffic center that the wreck on 20 West at the Leeds exit is gone. Traffic back to normal. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. Brian says, when McDonald's workers ask for a raise and they get replaced by machine, now these musicians want to charge hundreds of dollars for nosebleed tickets. Congratulations. Meet your replacement. Talking about AI. Chris says, I heard some AI blues songs and they were really good. That's not possible. The blues is a human experience. No computer has ever experienced the blues.
One of these days, Richard.
I missed an update. Something is wrong. My girlfriend caught a virus. Will says we are all fat diabetics, and that is our beer. He's talking about Michelob Ultra, I guess. Okay. Michelob Ultra is exactly like the Balance beer / water device you described yesterday, all in one can.
Yeah, it probably is like that.
That is not an unfair statement. All right, let's get into this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
What is the worst way you managed to hurt yourself? The worst way that you ever managed to hurt yourself, Steve West?
Changing a tire on an old car, and instead of kneeling down and using my legs properly, I tried to get a stuck lug nut loose using only my back.
Oh,
ow. That was the end of that.
wrenched that for a while, huh?
Yeah, for the next couple of days, I was walking around like Frankenstein.
Bless his heart.
Valerie Vining?
Borrowed my dad's pocket knife because I wanted to open up a golf ball that had a slit in it.
Oh, yeah.
The ones with the rubber bands.
Classic.
And the pocket knife slipped and slid open my left thigh.
Oh!
Yee.
Yikes.
Yeah, I did a number on it.
I was trying to get a pool motor opened, a pool pump, and I was using a too long screwdriver on one end, and it just kind of slipped down the side and ran right into my hand.
Ow.
I could actually see it come through the
Oh,
other
Richard.
side.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. Oh, gee.
Worst part was the bleeding became internal. And so my hand became like a Mickey Mouse hand.
Yeah.
It just became this big, giant ball.
Jeez.
I had to go to the hospital where they
I
drained
guess
it.
so, yeah. They
Yikes.
take care of that.
It was pretty painful. Sherry says, breaking every bone on the top of my foot while taking leftovers from our house to the garage. My tennis shoe caught on the concrete and turned my body over on my foot, breaking it. It was Christmas Eve. Perfect. Perfect.
Leslie said, fell down the stairs, got a compression fracture in my back.
Oh. Tried to do a standing landing on a military parachute jump, trying to show off. Badly sprained my ankle. Lucky it didn't break.
Yeah, really.
Crockpot fell on my face / nose.
Oh, no.
I really don't want to know how that happened.
Maybe
worst
had it
way-
up on a shelf and it came trying to pull it off.
Worst way you hurt yourself, James Lloyd says, introspection. Let's see.
That's
Cut
a
a tree
funny answer.
Cut a tree down that was taller than the distance I could run before it hit the ground.
Oh, you're playing
That's
that
not good.
game. Who's playing that game?
Mm.
Yikes.
Reached up to close the rear hatch door on my Jeep Cherokee and brought it down right on top of my head, and I bit my tongue.
Ooh. Sean A. said, fell over standing on ice, broke my left clavicle, wasn't even moving.
Ouch. I sprained both thumbs playing on a trampoline. Had my thumbs tucked in my back pockets. When I came down on my butt, I sprained them. Very embarrassing, says
man.
Cherry. Yikes. Had to have physical therapy on my shoulder after opening a casket, says Mark. The lid was stuck and I forced it open. It's a loud pop in my shoulder that was heard by the other director and family members. Oh, no. A lifetime ago, I was young and dumb. I was skateboarding down a friend's driveway, managed to find the only pebble with my left front wheel.
Oh,
Hey.
Skateboard did a 90-degree turn while I continued on down the hill on my side on the asphalt. My shirt provided little protection.
Road rash.
Jeffrey. Broke my shoulder walking across Richard Arrington Boulevard. Tripped over my own feet. Yeah. Climbing down off a spool table we had in the backyard as a kid. Slipped and slammed my chin, nearly biting my tongue off. Ouch.
Dang.
Taking scraps out to the cat, rounded the corner too fast and wiped out going off the porch. Slam dunk, heavy garbage bag over your head onto the garbage can and tear your rotator cuff. Very nice.
all painful.
Slipping on ice, putting out de-ice granules. Landed right on my tailbone. Broke a wrist falling out of a treehouse 64 years ago. Yikes. All right, that is it for us. We are out of here. Go read those, by the way, on our Facebook page. Very entertaining. Back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to the Nixon Dividing. Bye-bye now.